All right. I'm just moving some blankets around so I can sit here. There we go. All right. Okay, my let me just quickly do this. I just go into agreement. Okay, super Luigi. Okay. Oh yeah. So this is not angled well. Okay. See if that's better. Kind of. Okay. All right. Alright, I kind of want to check the comment. I think I just did a level in Dreadnought, so I should have a purple active. I should have a purple comment active. I'm going to be finishing this up right now, so are there any purple comments active in here? Yes, alright. Dusty Garden. I really do want to do a video ranking. I always say I want to do videos about stuff and I never do them, so maybe one day I'll actually, I kind of want to do a video ranking all the purple coin stars. I know people have made videos like ranking every star in the game, which like is something I'd be potentially interested in doing, but I kind of want to do like just a purple coin ranking. I don't know why. Like I don't know if I'll count Gateway, or if I just want to count like the main 15. But I think a purple coin ranking could be cool. But let me just say for the record, Sea Slide is the worst. If I did a ranking of every star in the game, Sea Slide purple coins would also be last place. Just for the record. Actually, yeah, I think if I was thinking about ranking every star in the game, I'm trying to think of like how I would do that. Like, what would I put? What would I put as the best star? That's a good question. I have to think about that. I mean, I really like the Freeze Flame. It's called like Freeze Flame Star 2. I really like it because there's the Gravity Cheese. And I think the Gravity Cheese is really cool. I also like Freeze Flame Secret because of the cheese that you can do. I just think doing weird Gravity Cheese is kind of neat. I'm trying to think of what else though what else I would want to do if I were to. What would some other contenders be? I mean, Bouncing Down Kick Lane is a contender. Heavy Metal Mecha Bowser is a contender. Not just because you can do them springless, but also just because they're cool stars. In terms of like purple coins, which is my favorite, I'd have to think about that too. Probably like Gold Leaf or some other. Is there anything over here? Yes, there is. Oh no. Probably yeah, one of the timed ones. Maybe Toy Time Purples as well. Toy Time Purples is pretty good. Because it's challenging and it's not tedious to retry, and it's like I don't know. Like, I think Ghostly Purples is pretty interesting one as well. I definitely like a lot of these. I feel like there's a lot that can be said about some of these purple coins. But in terms of like favorite overall star, I really have to think about it. I do feel like I definitely feel like there's a lot. like I mentioned, I said I feel like Toy Time and Freeze Flame are kind of standouts for having really good stars. Actually, real talk, it's probably Through the Meteor Storm or Fairy Dot Prado. It's one of the Melting Moltens, probably Through the Meteor Storm. Like, Melting Molten is my favorite level. I don't know. Maybe Lava Spire Daredevil is my favorite star because which is crazy. I don't know. Deep Dark 2 is really fun. The break in the watermelon, it's like a really weird and fun star. I kind of like it. Trying to think of what else. Of course, like the final like level and final boss. That's good. Actually, I think Luigi can skip this, right? Yeah. Very nice. Maybe I should rank all the music in the game. I think that would be cool to do as well. But yeah, if I were to do like a tier list of like every Mario Galaxy star, every Galaxy 1 star, I don't think I would want to rank Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 stars in the same. I don't know, I feel like Galaxy 2 might have some stronger individual stars than Galaxy 1, but I like Galaxy 1 as an overall package. So, my thing with Galaxy 2, well, I have a couple things with Galaxy 2. So, I have a few things I want to say about like Galaxy 2. So Galaxy 1, like the things that Galaxy 2 does better than Galaxy 1, post-game, comets, both with the comet medals being a thing, just having an extra collectible, and with the fact that the comets don't go away, and there's more variety in the comets, like the speedy comets are actually like speedrun challenges with the flux and all that, and just more types of comets overall. So definitely comets, and I think like, you know, tight platforming. It does linear platforming better. I would say the themes are a little more creative. And I think, yeah, as I mentioned, post-game is definitely better. Like, doing green stars rather than just playing the game again as Luigi, and even like the 120 post-game, like the special world. Those are the things I think Galaxy 2 does better than Galaxy 1. The things I think Galaxy 1 does better is pacing, story, atmosphere, music, and the scope of the game. And I don't mean like how long the game is, I mean like the way that it feels. It feels grander, the scope. I mean, that's like partially atmosphere, but also Galaxy 1 has like glitches and things that were not patched out. Or that were patched out in Galaxy 2, like slope jumping is patched out. Oh, Galaxy 2 does power-ups better, because B power-ups only used in like 2D sections, it's not that overused. Cloud power-up is better. I don't like the rock mushroom, but I like the cloud better than Spring and B are into, but like Spring is like in one level, it's really non-intrusive, and you can skip it. I'm dead. Oh yeah, and the way it handles Luigi, I mean, you can play Luigi in different places. Yeah, power-ups are better in Galaxy 2 because Cloud is very good, and then also the Yoshi power-ups and just Yoshi himself. So that is definitely a pro of Galaxy 2 compared to 1. Yeah, power-ups are better. So Galaxy 1, so when I say, like, in my opinion, the soundtrack's better, I could see an argument for 2's soundtrack being better. The thing is that 2 has some reused music, which makes sense. But it also has, some of the original compositions in 2 are very good, but a lot of them feel shorter. And like they didn't go as far as them. I don't know. I know they like orchestrated more of 2. They had like a bigger budget for 2's music because, like, you know, because well, the first game did well, so let's fully orchestrate like this whole, probably not the entire soundtrack, but a lot more of it was orchestrated. You know, like the Stargate fanfare is like orchestrated in Galaxy 2. Like that's like a really minor change, but like. Because it's like a MIDI in Galaxy 1, it's like a sampled orchestra. In Galaxy 2, it's like actual. They actually like orchestrated it. They played it live. It's like a weird little thing. I don't care that much about the Stargate fanfare, like being orchestrated or not. That's not gonna like be a make or break moment for me. I think like the song that really should have been orchestrated in Galaxy 1 is like the Megaleg theme. And I think there's a couple others. Like, this one definitely is. This song, I mean. Because, like, you see something like Twilight Princess where nothing is orchestrated in the entire game. Like, Twilight Princess really could have benefited from having some tracks. I can't speak. Having some tracks orchestrated. I know they had, like, orchestrated trailer music. I can't talk, holy shit. They had some, like, orchestral trailer music in TP. And then I think, like, Skyward Sword and, like, Breath of the Wild and other games, they did do orchestrated. But Twilight Princess, they didn't. And to be fair, I guess the N64, I guess the DS was still taking off, and, like, the N64 and GameCube era weren't super successful for Nintendo relatively, so maybe they just didn't have the budget at the time. And then once the Wii popped off, the Wii and DS popped off, even during, like, the Wii U era, they're still doing, like, the big jazz band for, like, Mario Kart. That makes sense because, like, doing the jazz band for Mario Kart makes sense because it's like, well, you know, it just makes sense. Yeah, I really like the but I mean, like, even in the Wii U era, they were struggling. Like, the 3DS was doing pretty well, and then, like, they still had, like, all that extra money from the, like, Wii and DS era. Anyway, so I know I'm going on about the music for a second, which is cool. But, I just prefer the compositions in Galaxy 1 for the most part. Galaxy 2 has some great music, though. That's arguable. Story, pretty unarguably better in 1. The atmosphere. So, I like how 1 has bigger levels. 1 has, like, 15 main stages. And also 1 is, like, less linear in its progression. I was talking about Sunshine's progression versus, like, Galaxy N64. Sunshine's the most egregious because it, like, teases you with non-linear progression and then it forces you into extremely linear progression. Galaxy 2 is designed around it, but it's, like, there's a lot more, like, required stars. There's a lot less, freedom with where you can go. Galaxy 1, I said, has these, like, larger, now they're not open world, they're not, like, open-ended, it's still linear missions. But you have some, like, open-ended areas, like Honey Hive. I'm going to fall. Hello? Okay, Luigi physics fucked me there. But you have some of the, like, more like, bigger, more open-ended planets, like Honey Hive opening planet. You have the opening planet of, Freeze Flame. You know, just have them, like, bigger, and then, like, the levels all have, like, 6 stars, including comets, except for Dusty Doom, which has 7 out of all levels to give an extra star. And then you have all those, like, one-off stars, one-off levels. But overall, it's kind of just a little weird. I don't, you know, I kind of just prefer. So I don't think Galaxy 2's level approach is bad at all. I love the variety in that game. That game has a lot more level theme variety, but the levels are smaller and feel less open, even in Galaxy 1's. I don't need everything to feel open world. I like linear. I mean, Galaxy 1 itself is still a linear game. Saying it isn't linear would be disingenuous, but I think my point is that. Is there a coin up here? I think there is, yeah. I'm just gonna wait for the next platform to come. I do really like this, like, techno remix of the Gusty Garden. I don't know. It's just cool. Yeah, these platforms are on a cycle. They do come back, so it's not like if you miss the platform, you're fucked. Because I feel like I've heard people say if you miss the platform, you're fucked. But as long as you, like, land somewhere safe, you can just kind of stand around and wait. I think having the coin shadows is really helpful here to actually know where to stand, because this part is very disorienting. I find this part of the level very disorienting normally. So actually having the coin shadows is kind of helpful. I don't like this part either. I mean, it's definitely harder to do it with the stipulation of having to get coins. But I do think overall, yeah, that's. I knew I was gonna, like, miss my ride and then have to. It was just not a good setup there. But yeah, so I think Galaxy 2. I do appreciate the extra health. This is a pretty cool setup for a purple coin because it's like it is an auto scroller, but it's like if you get knocked off, you're fucked, which is like true in the normal level too. But it's like it also if you miss coins, you're kind of fucked also. So it's kind of you have to be like right in the middle of the platform to actually collect it. So this is kind of a cool setup for an auto scroller. It's not my favorite purple coin, but it's definitely not bad. I think actually crouching is pretty good for dodging those cannonballs. Yeah, definitely a good strategy. Just the Luigi physics are making me really. This is definitely harder with Luigi physics. I feel like, because yeah, having extra jump height is nice, but just this ability to like slip off. I'm gonna wait for another platform here. But there's like the ability to like slip off is really annoying. But in person, like preferring Galaxy 1/2, you have this more like lonely kind of spacey atmosphere. You have more like black skies and it feels more lonely. Galaxy 2 feels more populated. It's almost like Sunshine versus 64 tonally, which is weird to say. Because 64 is this weird kind of slightly unsettling lonely tone. I don't think it was intentional for 64. I think it's just like victim of the early. That still hit me. Okay, victim of the early 3D era. I hope there'll be another platform. I'm just gonna wait here because I did not want to try to catch up to that. I don't know if the sideways platforms are on a cycle. I hope they are, because otherwise I'm. I don't see a platform. Hello. Yeah. Anyway, I think I might be able to make that with a long jump, but I don't think I'm going to get the coins. It's worth a shot. I could have made the jump, but the coins were in the way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this like first or second try with Mario, so it's definitely harder with Luigi just because of the silveriness. I think it did take me a couple tries with Mario, but this is definitely one of the harder stars, I think, in the game as well. It's interesting for me to like evaluate which stars are hardest as well, because like I've played the game so many times. It's kind of like most of the hard stars don't feel that hard to me, but most of the stars like people say are hard don't feel that hard to me. Like even the fact that I like one-shotted Lava Spire Dirto Run on my I know people say like I need that coin. Hello, coin. This is gonna be super jank, but people say that Bouldergeist is hard for like the Daredevil. The thing is that Bouldergeist is easy once you know the patterns. With so yeah, so all these platforms come back. It's just the sideways one that wasn't. Yeah, maybe there was another platform, but it was taking too long and I got impatient. As I was saying, Bouldergeist is easy once you know the patterns. Camella Daredevil is annoying because Camella, I want those coins, thank you. Camella has this problem. It's unpredictable because you have all the fireballs going around. You have like the Magic Koopas on the top deck. You have all the fireballs. And Camella feels very unpredictable. Major Burrows is a little bit unpredictable. So I actually think Major Burrows might be harder. Saved it, but now I have to wait an eternity again. I actually think Major Burrows Daredevil might be harder than Bouldergeist. At least as Mario, as Luigi Bouldergeist is a little scary because you can slip, but even then I'm pretty sure I died to Major Burrow. Like, I don't remember if I died. Oh yeah, because this is the same. Well, no, this isn't the same platform as this one. Yeah, because there's no platform moving through. This is just a moving platform. So if I fall here, I'm fucked, basically. Or not fall, but I mean this platform doesn't respawn because it's. Okay. Okay. I just don't want to get knocked off here. And then here, I want to get that coin. Okay. Oh god. Everything crashing is making it really hard to, like, see. I don't like this at all. Okay. Yes, the ones that like move automatically, those respawn, but the ones that like you step on, they don't. Oh, I need to get these coins over here. Oh no, that was like surprisingly nerve-wracking. Hopefully, I can make this. Hopefully, that platform doesn't go away. It's okay. I have health to spare. And then the last coin is just on the launch star. That's kind of evil because like if you're playing that for the first time and you don't know that's there, you might think you missed a coin and you're just like, that is kind of evil. But I like it. It's definitely a good challenge. So we still have a lot more of Dreadnought Galaxy to do. We have the Star 3 and also the Comet and the Garbage Dump. Oh, I didn't mean to go there. So what I was saying about Galaxy 1 versus 2, it's just my opinion, but I like the atmosphere and the grand scale, the grand feeling of Galaxy 1. And yeah, just like the story, I feel like there's like more purpose to what you're doing. I'll always maintain that Galaxy 2 is a storybook retelling of Galaxy 1. I don't know, I know it's like, oh, the events are happening differently because the universe reset and blah blah. I don't really care, man. But yeah, I actually really like I don't know, I like I was saying I really like Galaxy 2. But the thing about the pacing, so Galaxy 2 is a weird game for me in terms of pacing. And I kinda wanna talk about this Sorry, I just had to like blow my nose and I was okay. So Galaxy 2 is kinda weird because Galaxy 2 has this thing. That's definitely not. Wow. So bad. Yeah. Yeah, this was actually something that took me multiple tries last time as Mario also, so I'm actually gonna concentrate here for a second and then I'll say the thing I was gonna say about Galaxy 2. I'm gonna try something weird. What if I do this? And then they're all no, stop running in circles, oh my gosh. Luigi. I mean, this is a strategy. Oh no, well, it's theoretically a strategy. It's harder to like aim because Luigi is so slippery. If I do it like this, I light this one, I throw, and then I throw, and then I light this one. I don't think that's gonna hit everything. I don't think that's gonna hit the far left patch there. No, yeah, that would have been good. If that, well, it didn't even hit the top one. That's dumb. Okay, I think I have like an idea here. I just need to let it not suck. I feel like it often doesn't like throw it. He often doesn't like throw it as far as I want him to. That's like something that I've noticed. Are you? Or he throws it too far and then it just doesn't like land where I want it to land, basically. I don't know if this will. No. Yeah, it's those topmost ones that are so annoying to hit. Like I try to aim it at that. I try to aim it at the spots on the ground, but sometimes it just doesn't do what I want it to do. Like that's too far to the left. That's not gonna hit. I don't know if that's gonna get the top left corner there. It didn't blow up in time, did it, dude? I have an alternate strat here. Oh, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. That's not gonna... Even if those do blow up in time, which I don't think they will, that's not gonna work, no. The one on the bottom is... I think trying to light all of them is honestly making it more challenging. I think the strategy I had before is good, I just need to be better. I think I can theoretically do it, so I can only throw one in the middle there, but it's tricky, because I have to line everything else up perfectly, basically. Which, again, the throwing angles are like weirdly precise, and don't always do what I want them to do. That actually kind of worked, but now this one, oh, god damn it. Stop running in circles, Luigi, oh my god. I just want to see if this will get all of those three. No, yeah. It's just, there's always one that is just like not. Yeah, this actually might be one of the hardest stars, at least, just because like the bomb placements. Throw that one from here. No, stop running in circles, please. Okay, now I want to throw that. That's a little... I just don't like how far left that is. Okay. I was trying to throw that in the middle, and I just... And then he started running in circles, and I still... Yeah, I didn't like how far left that was. I knew that was going to be a problem. Wait, you can take... Yeah, okay. Sure, whatever. Wait, so does that help? So it is possible to die in this mission if you blow yourself up. Good to know. Because I'm actually at 1 health. I assume those spots on the ground might give points, but I don't want to... So there's this dumb mechanic where sometimes when you like rotate the stick to... So I love this game's controls in general. In general, I think this game has great controls. But sometimes there's this thing that will happen where if you rotate too tight, you start running in circles. Where you rotate too tight, you start running in circles, and then it makes it impossible to start walking normally. And I don't know why this happens, even on like flat ground, because I thought maybe it was like just a gravity mechanic. But no, I'm on flat ground here, and it's still happening. So I think it's just a physics quirk. Oh my god, I have a single criticism of Mario Galaxy's physics engine. That is way too far to the right there. Or to the left, rather. Also, that missed and did not go where I wanted it to. This is just... That's not gonna blow up in time. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, okay. This is going worse than it did on the Mario attempt. Come on. No, dude. I was hoping that it would either chain reaction or it would be enough towards the middle that it would work. I will say, don't like this song very much, the minigame music. Well, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that it gets annoying when you hear it over and over. I knew that attempt was a wash. Excuse me. So I was gonna like say something about Galaxy 2 and I'll say it. That is not great. I didn't want it to be that high up. Dude, my angles are so off. I wish there was just like a quick restart button. Do like a backflip 30 feet in the air, superhuman. I wish I could do a backflip 30 feet in the air, but I can't talk. I wish I could do a backflip 30 feet in the air. That would be pretty impressive. I don't think anyone can do that. Except Luigi and Mario, I suppose. You can't get that type of height in real life. It's so sad. It's so sad that you can't backflip 30 feet in midair, in the air in real life. That's not gonna hit. It's too far to the middle. Yeah, that's the strat though. I just need to get it in the middle. All right, let's try it again. Hello. Nice stream, thank you. I am suffering in this trash pit. That's maybe a little far to the left for optimal positioning. I hope that hits. Oh, it did, okay. Well, kinda. It didn't hit everywhere I wanted it to hit, which means I'm actually going to need to use 2 bombs here. This is probably not going to work. I still don't think that's going to hit the corner. Oh, that would have been good if that corner one got hit. I've come so close so many times. I swear I'm good at this game. And I don't think Luigi is necessarily making this harder. I think I'm just bad at this specific minigame. By good at this game, I mean Mario Galaxy. I don't mean good at this specific thing. But I swear it's not usually this hard. But I don't think it's Luigi. I think I'm just sucking. I want to aim it like a little lower. That's too far to the left, dude. That's not going to hit. Come on, give me a chain reaction. Give me a chain reaction. Go boom. Yes, there we go. The chain reaction did it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that's over. Alright, back to what I wanted to say about Mario Galaxy 2. So when I was playing it for the Mario Marathon, and I am really excited to play Galaxy 2 again properly, and like 100% it. Hopefully 100% it. I've never beaten the perfect run, so I'm a little scared. Anyways, but I think what I was saying though about Galaxy 2 is that it's a good, like, I like Galaxy 2. But I was saying Galaxy 2 is weird because the actual like star, the way the game is designed feels a lot more fast-paced and arcadey with like the way the actual like stars are, and then also just like the the way the overworld is set up, like it's just like a world map. You go to the different levels. It feels a lot more streamlined, which is nice. But the problem is that you can't skip cutscenes. You can't skip cutscenes, and there's still like a lot of dialogue, a lot of like exposition for a story that I quite frankly don't care about. Like you have the lava stuff, like nothing. It's not that I dislike the dialogue. It's just that you can't skip it, and so and then you still have all your like loading screens. I guess the save. Well, Galaxy 2 always auto save, so the save screen's not a thing. You have like your starbit counter, your coin counter, all those load screens, and then you have to like go back into the world map, select the level you want to play, select the star, do the loading. The Galaxy 2 games are not the Galaxy 2. The Galaxy games as a whole are notorious for like their slow loads, or like not that the loading itself is slow, but just that you have to go through all these different screens and then do the flyover and then go to the level. Because Nathaniel Bandy did a short about this once when he was doing like a marathon. He was doing like 100% 3D Mario marathon, and he kind of was talking about like how much time you waste. Like you waste hours just on the load screens, and like the starbit screen, the coin screen, your score, and then like selecting the level, going into the level, the flyover, like all the time you waste. And in Galaxy 1, I don't really mind it because in Galaxy 1, the game feels more slow-paced naturally, and it feels very kind of cozy in a way. Not cozy, but like it's got this grandeur to it, but it feels just more like, oh, I'm on this space adventure, but it's weird. It's laid back in a way. It's hard to explain. But that's just how I feel about Galaxy 1 compared to Galaxy 2. Galaxy 1 feels slower paced in general because the levels are slower paced. You have these bigger levels, and then like you have the whole observatory hub world, so getting between levels isn't as fast. Galaxy 2, you just have this like selector, so it's faster, but it still feels really slow because you still have to like drag and click. So it's this weird middle ground. And I think like with something like 3D World, or even like Odyssey, 3D World, because Odyssey you can skip cutscenes and stuff. 3D World on Wii U you couldn't skip cutscenes. 3D World on Switch you can. Like when I talk about 3D World, I'm talking about the Switch version. The Wii U version was good at the time. I'm not saying that the Wii U game wasn't. The Switch version is like a top 3 or top 4 Mario game, depending on if I like 3D World better than Galaxy 2, which sometimes I do. Again, it's going to be interesting to play through Galaxy 2 again, because I think, yeah, 3D World is so good. Like, I love 3D World, dude. But I think, maybe I will actually try and 100%. I still couldn't beat Champions Road. I 100%ed it, except for Champions Road on stream, but like, man, 3D World is such a good game. I love 3D World, dude. Maybe I'll just do like Champions Road attempts or something someday. I don't know. I gotta like organize my streams and shit, like on my VODs. Like my YouTube channel's a bit of a mess right now. But yeah, so that's all well and good. But okay, so no comet available. I don't know if there's any purples available. There might be. Let me check. Just go back to the bedroom because it's directly below me, I believe. Yes, it is. Well, kind of. It's over here. If there's no purples, then I have to go start melting molten. Do we have a purple? No purple comet. Okay. So, yeah, I need to go back to melting molten. I need to start off. I'll do the secret star in melting molten. But yeah, this is kind of how I feel in general. And maybe that will spawn the Dreadnought Comet as well, the speed run. Yeah, I just think that in general, Galaxy 2 has this weird thing where it feels like it should be faster paced. Like I want to be able to click through all the menus quickly, and then you just can't do that. And and you can't like make the text faster. You can't like skip cutscenes. 3D World, even before you could skip cutscenes in 3D World, it just has a lot less cutscenes. It has a lot less dialogue. So like 3D World really has that kind of arcadey experience and you don't have those like super long load screens where you're like stars and coins and everything tally. It just kind of tallies automatically. So I'm a much more. This isn't to say that like 3D World was overall a better game than Galaxy 2. I mean, I'd argue personally I might rank it like I'll say my Galaxy 1 bias is partially like a nostalgia thing. Like I also like really like I think I'd argue that Odyssey. I still think Odyssey is like objectively the best 3D Mario. I see people who like argue for Galaxy 1 and 2 both as being the best. The thing is that my biggest like flaw with Odyssey, quote unquote flaw, is that we never got DLC Kingdoms. We never got additional. If they weren't gonna make a full-fledged sequel, they could have given us like DLC levels. The only DLC we got was Balloon World and the like costumes, which is fine, but like we could have gotten so much more content. Just the fact that like Odyssey has the best damn engine in every 3D Mario. Okay, like I have a few like other minor criticisms of the game, but they're not even really criticisms. This is more like I want like a fully open 3D Mario, but like it doesn't need to be Odyssey. But I do want it based off the Odyssey engine. I want the next like. Obviously, I feel like Bowser's Fury is sort of a bit of a tech demo for like, okay, we're maybe letting a more junior team test out making a 3D Mario, and we're giving them an already established engine to do it. But we're kind of testing the idea of like a fully open world 3D Mario. The thing is that the weird thing is that like Bowser's Fury is in the 3D World engine, which like sure the 3D World Switch engine is really good, but like it's not the Odyssey engine, right? And when I say like I adore 3D World as a game, 3D World is built around its own engine, right? And the Switch engine is better as well. 3D World is built around its own engine. Odyssey is not. I mean, like, no, Odyssey is built around its engine, but I mean, an Odyssey-like game is not built around 3D World's engine. I like Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury is neat. It doesn't have a lot of replay value for me because it's like, okay, well, first of all, the engine isn't that fun in that context, but the main reason is just because the Fury Bowser mechanic gets annoying on like replays. That's not to say that like Bowser's Fury is bad. I think what I'm like getting at is that the potential is there for like a fully open 3D Mario. I talked about like how I want them to structure it either like Sonic Frontiers or like I want them to structure it like Shadow Generations, but like big, which sounds really weird. What I mean is like have your overworld, have your big overworld of all the collectibles and all the shit you can find in platforming to get to those collectibles, and then have your like linear. Because I think one like minor criticism I kind of have about Odyssey is that a lot of the linear sub areas didn't feel very fleshed out. They felt pretty milquetoast. And compared to like 3D World's like really good linear levels and like Galaxy 2's really good linear levels, you know, Galaxy 1 even. Like I think that's kind of a minor criticism I have about Odyssey is that the 2D, or not 2D sections, but like the linear sections, like the pipe sub areas, didn't feel very fleshed out to me. There were some cool ones, like there's the Forks area, like there's some cool ones, but overall, that's like a minor criticism I have of Odyssey. Like the open world stuff is great, but then like like open zone, I guess, open kingdom, you know, that stuff is great. But the because it's not fully open world, but it's like the levels themselves are like open. I love that, but the actual like sub areas feel kind of so. But what I want is like we need good linear 3D stages back. I like linear 3D stages. I prefer. I said 3D World, Galaxy 2, Galaxy 1. I like all of those over Odyssey, or not over Odyssey. Sorry, over Sunshine and 64. Specifically 64 because Sunshine is just bad. No. Odyssey, I love Odyssey, but like what I'm getting at is that I think what I'm getting at is that Odyssey or no 60. So like what I want is something with like Odyssey level. I want like something in like an Odyssey style engine. Like I want the movement of Odyssey, and I want the levels designed around that. Because when I say I love linear 3D stages. I do love linear 3D stages. But I want it to be like Odyssey where like the physics. I don't love Sunshine's linear 3D stages because the physics. I don't like Sunshine's engine. I don't like Sunshine's physics engine. And the parts of the Sunshine, like Sunshine's physics engine is broken. The parts of the physics engine I like are fucking around with the hover nozzle, and you can't fuck around with the hover nozzle when you don't have access to FLUDD. So I don't like the linear stages. I don't like Mario's base moveset in Sunshine. I don't like it. So I'm saying all of this because I'm trying to drive home the point that the Galaxy games have great levels for their engine. 3D World has great levels for its engine. I want a game with good linear 3D levels that are. Because I know everyone wants every game to be like completely open, like 64 and Sunshine. That's not what I want. I want a game with good linear 3D levels, like Odyssey or not Odyssey, Galaxy or 3D World style linear levels with Odyssey type physics and being designed around Odyssey type physics. And then I want that in addition to like giant open area hubs. So something sort of like Sonic Frontiers, or even as I mentioned, Shadow Generations, because Shadow Generations is Sonic Frontiers but good, with a structure. So something structurally kind of like Sonic Frontiers, where you have your cyberspace levels, you know, you have your linear levels, and then you have like your big open areas to run around, find collectibles. So something like, kind of like an Odyssey, those big Odyssey kingdoms, but more fleshed out. I want like bigger areas. I want either like a few big, like, you know, how Frontiers has different islands or different biomes, you know, if it was colorful and fun. But like a few, like you could do it kind of like a 2D Mario where you have the theme where we have like a big like grassland, like desert land, like you could have like 7 or 8 like main islands or main areas to explore, main hubs, and your hub is like the theme. It's like the grassland theme or whatever theme, and then you could even do space theme. You could get a little wacky with the themes, right? This is just what I think. It's like you can get a little wacky with the themes, but kind of have it based around a big theme. But then have different like sub biomes within that theme, maybe even. Like I don't know, you could have like what do you call it? Like you know, you could have like different cold areas. Like it's not all just snow. It's like you have ice. You have so make it kind of I would love like a one huge interconnected map, kind of like what Bowser's Fury does. But Bowser's Fury's interconnected map isn't that big, so you could have like But Bowser's Fury's like linear sections are just kind of out in the open. I think having them as like sub areas makes sense. So like a really big Odyssey Kingdom, kind of, but then have the sub areas actually be like long, detailed linear levels, like Galaxy 3D World-esque levels, but based around Odyssey type physics. Obviously the level design would have to be tweaked to like fit those physics, but that is what I want to see. And so yeah, I feel like everyone's saying like, oh, the general Nintendo Direct will never happen. People are like joking about it, and I remember like the fatigue. I think in like 2020, 2021, obviously 2020, you know, you had the pandemic, but I think even before the pandemic, there was like a gap between like Nintendo Directs for a while, even before like the pandemic. So then after the pandemic, so it was just like, there was like, I do remember that like drought, and I even remember making videos like, hey, Nintendo, do something. You know, I even remember making videos about that. The thing is, looking back, is that like, first of all, you can't rush perfection, but second of all, people are complaining about like how few, something I've seen a legitimate complaint about is like, well, how few major games we've had like on the Switch too, which like to an extent I agree with, but like there's a few things I kind of want to point out. One of them is that like in general, technology like leaps in consoles just aren't as big anymore, and console exclusives aren't as big anymore. Like how the PS5 had no games, right? The PS5 had like no exclusive games because the point of having a PS5 wasn't necessarily to play exclusive games at the time. It was more to play like, oh, you can play your PS4 games in like ultra high resolution, and you can play you know, play multiplats and all that stuff. For Nintendo, exclusives are more important, yes, and I think that like the Switch 2 has already had like more notable exclusives than like the PS5 did in that period of time. Obviously, the PS5 barely had anything for a while. We have had like two major. Why can't I crouch? Hello? Okay, physics keeps being weird. We've had two like major, because we've had DK Bonanza, Mario Kart World, and those are like two major games. And we've also had like Because we also had like I think they're making like a Fire Emblem. I don't remember, but we're getting like of course like Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven are going to be Switch 1 games as well, I think, and they're not like super notable. But like Pokemon Pokopia, it's a spinoff, but like, and we did get like the next generation of Pokemon announced as well. Like Pokemon Pokopia, it's a spinoff, but it's like apparently it's like an Animal Crossing like game, and people are really liking it. So, and then also like stuff like I'm trying to think of like what, because I don't play a lot of like games, so I'm trying to think of like what like Metroid Prime 4, which technically that's also a Switch 1 game, but it's Metroid Prime 4. This is gonna sound weird. It's not a one-to-one analogy, but it's a Switch 1 game in the way that like Breath of the Wild is a Wii U game. Like, yeah, it was probably developed with the Switch 1 in mind, but like, if you're gonna want to get a good experience of that, I mean, I haven't played any of the Metroid Primes. Like, if you're gonna want to get like a good experience of that, you want to play it on the Switch 2, right? Because it's just gonna be much better performance. We've gotten like Switch 2 editions of a bunch of games. I think it's like Breath of the Wild 2 is the Kingdom running in 60 FPS. It's just like, you know, amazing without like horrible lag as well. Just, you know, even without the 60 FPS, just the fact that it runs stable is like, you know, I wouldn't even care if it was 30 FPS as long as it was stable, right? Like that was the thing with like those games. So like all of that, I played a little bit of, I want to get back to it someday. I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild on a Switch 2, and like it was night and day. Like, it was so much better. So like, oh yeah, and the Kirby DLC, yeah, so like I know like the Mario Party Jamboree thing was a bit of a bust. I'm trying to think like what else is like noteworthy. There's been other games I just haven't played. And there's been some like multi-plat stuff that was like actually significant. And we're getting Pragmata, so that's a thing. Yeah, y'all have to tell me if Pragmata is actually good when that comes out. But yeah, no, I just kind of like yeah, there's a lot of things that so like again, we've had like more notable games and more notable exclusives to the PS5 did its launch, and I mean yeah, people were complaining about it, but like people complain a lot harder when it's Nintendo, I guess. But I think like because like DK Bonanza, like that's a big single player game, and then Mario Kart Road is your big multiplayer game, right? And both of those have come out. So that is all like super notable. But people are like, oh, we haven't had a new Mario, a new Zelda, or like Animal Crossing, or Smash Bros, or whatever. And it's like, so okay, so for the Switch one, we had Zelda at launch. We had Mario Odyssey in year one. We had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe near launch, also Splatoon 2. So yeah, so the Switch 1 launch year was a lot more stacked, but you guys gotta remember, the context. You gotta remember that, that the Switch 1 launch year, first of all, we were coming off the Wii U era, and second of all, what happened in 2018? The only thing that came out, I'm sure there were other things that came out in 2018, but like, the only notable thing that came out in 2018 that I can remember was Smash Bros. And like, and then like I said, 2019, and then like of course 2020. But even pre-pandemic, like even like late 2019, it felt like nothing was coming out. Animal Crossing got delayed to like beginning of 2020, and that came out, and then pandemic. So like all of that, and then like, after that, we got like nothing else until like 3D World Bowser's Fury, and then like I think like 2021. Like obviously you got your Pokemon. I think Kirby Forgotten Land was like 2022. So yeah, you did get like a bunch of, and of course you have like your 2D Kirby, your Kirby Star Allies in 20. So the thing is, like, I'm not expecting a new like 3D Zelda anytime soon. We got a new 2D Zelda like recently with Echoes of Wisdom, right? New 3D Zelda, I'm not expecting until at least. And I feel like they learned their lesson with Tears is to not announce anything too early. Because, first of all, we just got the Switch 2 editions, which I know that's not a good game, but it is, you know, a new experience in a way. So, Tears of the Kingdom, they announced it in 2019 as the Breath of the Wild sequel, 2 years after Breath of the Wild came out. And I think they originally were aiming for probably like 2020 or 2021 is what they were aiming for. And a few things happened. One, the pandemic happened. Two, was that they probably just decided to add more to the game than they planned. So I think so. It's just very interesting to like note because I mean Breath of the Wild itself got delayed multiple times because Breath of the Wild was supposed to come out in 2014 and then 2015 and then like no, I think it was revealed in 2014, like formally revealed in 2014. It was supposed to come out in 2015 and then 2016 and then they delayed it to like Switch launch. So so they like to take their time with the 3D Zeldas, right? They like to add stuff to them. I think most 3D Zeldas have been delayed in some way, or if they weren't delayed, they were rushed. Like Wind Waker was rushed, to my knowledge, and then like Majora's Mask was like the time crunch game. Majora's Mask was made under insane crunch, which like that's not helpful for anyone. Like that is the reason Majora's Mask wouldn't be what it was without the crunch, and I get that, but like it's still not healthy. I don't remember if like Twilight Princess. I feel like Twilight Princess was, just originally a GameCube game, and then they pivoted it to the Wii as well. So like that probably had some delays. I think like most Zeldas and Ocarina of Time, like most Zeldas have had some sort of delay, which I think is like relevant to point out. And I'm feeling like they learned their lesson from Tears of the Kingdom. Because, again, I do think like it probably would have come out in 2021 or 2022 if it weren't for the pandemic. The pandemic definitely slowed down development of a lot of things. And I was like, and that's like one of the things that, like the Switch 2 itself probably would have come out now they were probably planning to make like a minor, like make the OLED Switch like a bigger upgrade, make it like a Switch Pro. And then make like, but I think there was like a chip shortage going on at the time, so they didn't do that. And then like maybe because they kind of seemed to want to make the Switch One last longer than it did. But I think maybe they like were planning to like make it kind of like a half step, like make it a Switch Pro, and then that didn't happen because they didn't have the chips for it or whatever. And then by the time like they would have gotten around to like making a Switch Pro, they're like, oh, let's just make the Switch 2 now. I think Nintendo knows what they're doing. Nintendo isn't stupid. I think obviously some sort of successor to the Switch was always going to like happen, but I think they wanted the Switch to last for 10 years and then they just didn't because it was becoming so underpowered they had no choice but to basically make the Switch 2. But like I do think we would have gotten a substantial upgrade to the Switch sooner had other circumstances like pandemic, chip shortages and whatnot, had other circumstances not happened. That is still something I think like just people were like waiting, like when's the Switch 2 getting announced? First of all, it was the Switch Pro, and then when is the Switch 2 getting announced? And it was like, you guys have to remember everything is delayed because of the pandemic. Like that. I pressed jump. I swear I pressed jump. Yeah, that's just something like I want to make just very clear that I think the people just often forget that the pandemic delayed development on like everything. So I pressed jump again. Yeah, I'm saying all of this because I think that like Nintendo probably regretted announcing Tears of the Kingdom so early, not just because of the pandemic, but like again, I feel like the game would have gotten some sort of delays regardless to when they were probably originally planning to release it. And my best guess is that they don't want to announce anything too early. So Tears of the Kingdom came out almost 3 years ago, which is in itself kind of crazy to think about. That was like my most anticipated game of all time, and man, was it a disappointment in a lot of ways. I think I also just have my expectations too high, which is like valid. But again, I just kind of I'm always someone who says to manage expectations, but Breath of the Wild was my favorite game at the time, so like Tears of the Kingdom really. But I think just what's noteworthy is just how like Tears of the Kingdom, you know. So my best guess is that like they originally announced Tears of the Kingdom like 2 years after Breath of the Wild came out, right? Now I'm thinking they don't want to announce they didn't want to announce how do I like phrase this? So it's been almost 3 years since Tears of the Kingdom now. And I'm thinking they probably don't want to like announce the next Zelda too early. The next like 3D Zelda. So my guess, and I do wonder if we're gonna get another game in the Breath series. Also Age of Imprisonment was a thing. Yeah, that was another game that came out. Might not be like the game people wanted, but it was a game that came out that was like, you know, decently big. But like the fact that like the Breath series, you have, I've always insisted that it's a soft reboot, that like it is in a different continuity than the main Zelda like timeline, quote unquote. But that's a whole other conversation that's not relevant to this. But I guess I think they do want to stick with like the Breath timeline. So if they want to do like a third Breath game, what I want them to do is if they do another third Breath game, I either don't want it to be the same map or like vastly expand the new area, make the new areas feel more substantial, because like the depths were so half-baked, man. The sky was even more half-baked, but like at least the sky looked pretty. What I think would be cool is if they made like a spiritual successor to Wind Waker, and they do like take the Linear Sea off to the right, so set it in the same world as Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, but make it take place on the sea that's like off to the east of Breath of the Wild. Maybe start off in like a Tenno village or something, and then like move it to the sea. I don't know. I just think that would be neat. And then make it a spiritual successor to Wind Waker, but make it like truly open world. So you just go to all these islands to like explore. Maybe there's like shrines or like some sort of dungeons like on some of the islands, and then like I just think that would be neat, because we don't have like any sort of proper swimming mechanics. I'm not like super keen on underwater exploration, but I'd be cool with it if it controlled well. I'd also want like, you know, a boat or some sort of way to travel on the water faster. But I just think there's ways they could implement. Like I just think that would be a cool way to like evolve the like Breath kind of formula, is make it a Wind Waker successor in a way. I think it'd be neat. Make it like a fully open world Wind Waker kind of game. Again, I'm just spitballing right now. They might do something completely different, but I know they want to stick with like the more open-ended format, which I think is fine. I think it's just like my things with Tears of the Kingdom. You can have an open world game and have a linear, like somewhat linear, well-told story. I mean, I know some people would laugh at me saying Genshin's story is well-told, but I feel like Genshin's story has a lot more going for it than Tears of the Kingdom. Like even if you look at an individual region, okay. I know people don't love Notlund's story, but like, Notlund's story is worlds better than Tears of the Kingdom's story. And I'll stand by that. I think Breath of the Wild's story is worlds better than Tears of the Kingdom's story, because Breath of the Wild's story is all told through flashbacks. So the point is, make the storytelling linear. Tears of the Kingdom's story would have been better. It wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been better if it was told in a linear way. If it was just each thing you find, you get the story in a linear progression instead of having it fragmented. It's just silly. And in Breath of the Wild, it made sense because it was memories. But here, it's just like, it's like Zelda. Why would Zelda give it to Link in a non-linear fashion? It's stupid. I don't care. I just don't vibe with it at all. I'm saying all of this because say what you will about Genshin's story, but Genshin is an open world game that has linear storytelling. Now, do I want hours and hours of unskippable dialogue? No. I don't want it to actually be like Genshin in that way, but I do want it to be, to feel substantial, right? I want the story to mean something, and you can't do that with a completely non-linear fragmented story in the way that Tears of the Kingdom did. Tears of the Kingdom has other problems too, like there's no stakes, because it's not only that there's no stakes, it's just that like everyone knows who, like the fact that like you are, because they don't know when you're gonna find the Master Sword thing, so the dialogue doesn't change. Like you already know that Zelda is Zelda and the fake Zelda is fake Zelda, but every other NPC acts dumb, and you can't like Like, give us dialogue options. Give us the option to say, hey, that's not fake Zelda. Or that's fake Zelda. Give us the option to, like, say that and let the NPCs react to that. Please, like, I mean, I know there's, like, dialogue options, but they're not, like, it doesn't matter. It's just, like, things like, you know, being snarky or whatever. Like, I don't care. Just give us the opportunity to, like, do that. There's so many ways. They just need to find a way to do good storytelling in this more non-linear fashion. Having the game be open. But I guess my point is you can have an open world style game and have a good story. I mean, I haven't played, like, Red Dead Redemption 2, but, like, I understand Red Dead Redemption 2 has a good story and that it's an open world game. So, like, obviously, like, that type of thing is possible. So just fix your shit. I know Nintendo's never been, like, the biggest care for, like, storytelling, but the thing is, Zelda has had good stories. And it's not just like Majora's Mask. Like, Ocarina of Time is a simple story, but it's good. It's a coming-of-age tale. It works, like, for what it is, right? It's like, again, even Breath of the Wild, because it was fragmented, I thought Breath of the Wild was okay. It's just like, Twilight Princess had a good story. Like, it's weird, because, like, I don't know about Aonuma. It's Miyamoto that, like, doesn't care about the story, which, like, okay, for Mario, I get it. For Zelda, you should care about story for Zelda. But, like, Miyamoto was, like, told, what's his name? Koizumi, like, oh, I'll let you make Majora's Mask this one time, I won't let you do that again, and then... So that's, like, what happened, or that, like, oh, apparently, like, Galaxy 1 was Koizumi, and Galaxy 2 was Miyamoto, and Galaxy 2 was, like, Miyamoto's like, yeah, no, none of that storybook shit, make it, but funnily enough, when they wanted to sell the game again for $70, well, technically, both games are $70, so selling each game for $35. But when they wanted to sell the games again on the Switch 2, then they added more story content to the storybooks, because now story is profitable, I guess. I don't know. I feel like Miyamoto probably doesn't have as much control. I mean, he's probably going to retire before too long. But anyway, I think, like, what I mean is that, like, also, like, Odyssey is a good compromise for Mario, I think. Odyssey, it doesn't have the grand feel of Galaxy, but the story feels appropriate, and it doesn't feel like it's just rehashing something. Like, it's a good Mario story. Odyssey is a good Mario story, and it works. So I think Odyssey, I think they found, like, a balance. But for Zelda, I don't even get the impression that that's, like, Miyamoto meddling in it. I just think it's more like, because, I mean, I guess Koizumi meddles in it a little bit, but it's also, like, Zelda's mainly Aonuma. I definitely think Aonuma cares about storytelling, but, like, it's the execution of the story. Tears of the Kingdom, there's a good story in there, but, and how much of that is, like, studio meddling, how much of that is, like, Miyamoto, I don't know, dude, I don't care. The execution isn't good. It's just, like, not knowing how to tell a story in an open world setting. I think that's the problem. And that is, like, one of the problems with anyway. I'm getting, like, so far off track from my original point. What I'm saying is, because Tears of the Kingdom only came out a couple of years ago, there is usually at least, I'm pretty sure, outside of Majora's Mask, I think every, like, 3D Zelda, because there was only, like, a 2-year gap between OG and MM, and then I guess between OG, or MM and Wind Waker, it was a 3-year gap. Between Wind Waker and Twilight Princess was also a 3-year gap, and then Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword was, like, a 5-year gap. Skyward Sword to Breath of the Wild was a 6-year gap. Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom was a 6-year gap. So I'm kind of expecting around 5 to 6 year gaps nowadays. Because, I mean, games are just going to take longer to make now because there's just more, you know. So I would expect the next 3D Zelda to be coming out probably in, like, 2028 at the earliest, more likely 2029. If not longer, because if they really want to make something grand for the Switch 2, it could take them until, like, 2030, right? It could take them even longer. So it could take them 7 years, 8 years. Like, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be another 3D Zelda, of course. And there'll be a 3D Zelda. There'll be a dedicated 3D Zelda for the Switch 2. Like, there absolutely will be. But it's just, like, I don't think the Switch 2 is, like, going anywhere anytime soon. Like, I I don't think we'll be talking about a Switch 3 for a long time. So I think like definitely, because technically Breath of the Wild wasn't a dedicated 3D Zelda for the Switch, because it was a Wii U game. It was made as a Wii U game. So like I think it's noteworthy at least to mention, like, if we count Tears of the Kingdom as the dedicated if we count Tears of the Kingdom as the dedicated Switch 2 Zelda, that came out like 2 years before the end of the Switch, or the Switch 1, dedicated Switch 1 Zelda. That came out 2 years before the end of the Switch 1's life. So even if the Switch 3 comes out in like 2032 or something, I don't know, 2033, and the next Zelda comes out in like 2030, that wouldn't be that weird, you know, that wouldn't be like an unprecedented thing. It would make sense. So those are just my thoughts in general on like, I guess what I'm saying is that 2028 would be like the absolute earliest, and if it's coming out in 2028, they better announce it soon. So the fact that we haven't heard anything yet, I think they would announce it at least like 1 to 2 years. You know, I don't think they're just gonna like announce it and be like, yeah, it's coming out next week. Like, they're not gonna do that. It's like, I do think that like most likely, even if they announce it like next year and it comes out in 2029 or something, or even like later this year they announce it comes out in 2029, the next 3D Zelda isn't coming out for a little while. 3D Mario, it's like we are due for a 3D Mario, but like we've had like Bowser's Fury, which is sort of a 3D Mario, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is also sort of a 3D Mario, but also like the fact that like it would be weird to have like Donkey Kong Bonanza and 3D Mario game come out like in the same year. You'd want to stagger your 3D platformer releases. So like, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit after Donkey Kong Bonanza came out. So I'm guessing I still have my money on 2027, but it could be 2028. I still think they're probably gonna announce it sometime this year. So I have like a few thoughts on. So if the plan was always for Mario Kart to be the launch title and not 3D Mario, because I used to always say, well, 3D Mario is going to be the launch title, and then I realized that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 85 million units or some shit. So like, of course Mario Kart's going to be the launch title, and it had technically been longer since it dedicated Mario Kart than it dedicated 3D Mario, because Mario Kart 8 originally came out on Wii U in 2014. So yeah, we had the booster course pass and everything, but like, we hadn't had a brand new console Mario Kart in 12 years at that point, right? Okay. So, because of that, because of not having a brand new console Mario Kart in 12 years, yeah, I need a comment to spawn here. If the comment doesn't spawn, then I'm gonna have to like move a comment. Which means I have to use Starbits to go move a comment, which is annoying. It's like one thing about the comment system in this game. Well, there's multiple issues with the comment system in this game. I think what I was saying overall is like, yeah, we are due. Okay, I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to like spawn the comments. Because neither the Melty Molten, well, none of the Purple Coin comments spawn. I think all I have left is Purple Coin comments and the friggin', it's Purple Coins, and it's the freaking Star Bunny level, which I don't have enough Starbits for, because it needs 1,600, so I have to do this. Anyways, only 20 Starbits, I'll take the Snack and Diddly Do, oh my god. Okay, so now we have all the purples active. I guess I'm gonna head to the terrace first, because there was a purple active here, right? Honey Hive should be active, yeah. Okay, let's go to Honey Hive. I might have to keep doing this until I can do Star Bunnies in the snow, because I think as long as there's a non-comet thing available, it's gonna keep sending the comets away. Yeah, I guess what I was just saying is overall, we're like technically overdue for a 3D Mario, but the thing is, I don't think Donkey Kong Bonanza is like the Donkey Kong. I've heard people saying like Donkey Kong Bonanza is your 3D Mario. There you go. Like no, obviously not. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza is its own thing. That was gonna come out regardless, and I've heard that Donkey Kong Bonanza got delayed, and that it was like a Switch 1 game. And like originally, like internally, it got delayed. So my guess is that they were probably aiming to have that out for Switch 1 back in like 2024 or something. And then they were probably gonna either, and they if Mario Kart was always the plan to like launch with, or not always the plan, but like by the time they knew they were making the Switch 2, they knew how much Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had sold. So my thinking is that you know, they were like, okay, well, probably they were planning to release the 3D Mario either like later in 2025 or in 2026. But then a combination of like DK Bonanza getting pushed back meant they wanted to push back the 3D Mario in order to, you know, make it not oversaturated with platformers. And I think the other thing is probably the development of the 3D Mario game also got pushed back because there were probably some shared development between the because I know part of the Odyssey team I believe was working on Bonanza, so there's probably some shared development between the developments. So I don't think it's like, oh, they can develop the 3D Mario game now that they clearly haven't developed anything, because I feel like the next 3D Mario would have always been planned for Switch 2. DK Bonanza was planned for Switch 1, so like surely I don't believe that like they haven't developed anything, right? I don't believe that the 3D Mario game hasn't been in development. I don't believe that. Because there are people who say, well, it hasn't been in development at all because the Odyssey team was working on. It's like, okay, but first of all, the Bowser's Fury team. So I feel like, and also Koizumi wasn't working on Bonanza to my knowledge. So like Koizumi himself, you know. It's like, oh, they're doing the infamous Sonic 06 thing. They're splitting the team. They're splitting the dev team. It's like, that's not great, but like, in this context, it's fine. Because the idea was, okay, we're going to have Bonanza come out first, and then I'm working with part of the Bowser Fury team, or whoever else I'm working with, Nintendo of America. They're like, we're calling NOA over here. Kind of like when they were making like Sonic Adventure or whatever, Sonic Adventure 2. There's like Sega of America, but they made it in like tandem with, you know, the people from Japan. They have their like talks, you know. So that's kind of like what. Okay, so in this analogy, actually, Sonic 2, how Sonic 2 on the Genesis was made in America, and how like, you know, how Bowser's Fury was apparently made by like an American team, I think, or Nintendo of America. So my theory, you know, in this analogy, the new 3D Mario is Sonic 2. And DK Bonanza is Sonic CD in this analogy. You have your Odyssey team, you have your team that made Sonic 1, Mario Odyssey, working on DK Bonanza. And then you have like your B team, your America team, your Bowser's Fury team, working on the new 3D Mario. But now that the DK Bonanza people are done, they're hopping in to assist with that 3D Mario game. And they are now shifting development strictly to that. And I imagine something will be announced sooner rather than later. And again, I'm at this point, because we haven't had a general direct yet, and it's not even guaranteed that it would be announced in the next general direct. I don't know, because we didn't have a February direct, we're not having a March direct. Well, unless they announce a direct like tomorrow, I don't know. So something else that someone said is like generally, because you have Indie World, you have all the other stuff, so like Partner Showcase, I think was the last one. Generally, like, Partner Showcase is the last thing to be announced before General Direct. Like, okay, they do the Partner Showcase, and then they do the General Direct. So, General Direct is coming. I just don't know. It'd be a little weird to have, like, an April Direct and then immediately have a June Direct. So, it's possible that we won't have anything until the June Direct, but, like, we're definitely going to get a June Direct, because, like, I'm pretty sure E3 is, like, still fucking dead. Because, like, I think June Directs have just become, like, a habitual thing at this point. And we usually get one in, like, February or March, but again, who knows? We could get an April Direct and a July Direct. I mean, I don't know. We'll probably get one sometime in the summer. Oh yeah, because they do like in September, so it could be April, July, October. Who the hell knows? Right? It doesn't matter. The point is that it's coming, and point is that it's coming, and I think just generally speaking, generally speaking, that that they know, Nintendo knows that people want games. Obviously, people want to justify their purchase of the Switch 2. I mean, it's not just about that. It's also just about like is there a point over there? Yeah, there is. It's also just about but like the people who are like mad. It's like if you're an early adopter of a console, you have to be prepared for there to not be a lot of games for a while. And people are mad. It's like, oh, but they're making Fire Emblem, they're making all these other games. Like just because it's not 3D Mario and Zelda doesn't mean that there aren't games. Like I just think that's like Smash Bros is gonna be a while, which is interesting because like I don't think there's ever been a 10-year gap between Smash games. I don't think. Because Melee to Brawl was about 6 years or 7 years, I think. And then Brawl to Smash 4 was like 6 years, 6-year gap, and then Smash 4 to Ultimate was only a 4-year gap, but again, I think Ultimate was like based off Smash 4's code. The thing is, it's like, where do you go from after Ultimate, right? You have to make something like completely different because you can't really continue to expand that roster probably just because of like how many like DLC fighters. They could keep the full base roster, but I feel like they might scale the roster back. They're probably going to do something similar to Mario Kart, to what they've done for Mario Kart World, and scale the main roster back. I'm not just talking about the roster, but like scale the amount of like stuff back, but then introduce some sort of new mechanics. Open world Smash game. I don't know. I'd be down for like an open world. I would be down for like an open world single player mode. I don't know. We like walk around and you brawl random enemies and like I'd be down for that. I don't know. But it would have to be like a 2D open world. I mean, I don't think. I mean, maybe it will be a 3D Smash game. I don't know. I mean, there's lots of things they could do for Super Smash Bros. I don't think there's a lot of possibilities. It might just be like reworking some kits and some sort of new game modes. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but also like the other thing is that like Sakurai was making Kirby Air Riders. And that, oh yeah, that's another game that came out that like people are forgetting came out, like Kirby Air Riders. I wonder if we're gonna get a Forgotten Land too, because we got the DLC for Forgotten Land, but I'm pretty sure Forgotten Land's pretty successful. So I don't know, because like I mean, Breath of the Wild got DLC and that still got a sequel. Odyssey got neither, which is just criminal to me. I feel like it's like they should have at least given us DLC for Odyssey DLC Kingdoms if they weren't going to give us a sequel. But I think overall, I just think that like I personally think that that could have almost been very deadly. I just think that Odyssey, not Odyssey, but just I just generally think that like there's a lot of oh god, the camera. There's a lot of like good stuff out there. Just out in the world, Yaha. Alright. Let's see if there's any more purple comments. I think that's like everything in the terrace now. Terrace is complete. I don't think I did any of the fountain purples yet. There's 2 in the fountain, but I don't know if there's any right now. I'm gonna check the thing over again, and then if not, I have to move another comment. Yeah, I'll have to move it again because I still don't have. Which of course we're at a 20 star bit deficit now. Every time we do this, Because I have to do this every time until I can do star bunnies and stuff. Because once there's nothing left for purple comments, they will spawn every interval. That's how it works. Because when you do the thing where you do your post game, okay, let's go to the fountain. Yeah, I think that's fair. That is the closest. That is the closest dome. Fountain or bedroom. Actually, I may do bedroom because I don't think I've actually done any. Oh no, I did do Gusty Garden. So yeah, let's just do whatever this one is. Dusty Dune. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Dusty Dune, and then yeah, I don't know which ones are like lucrative for star bits. Like we're close to having enough star bits, but like not that close. I don't know. But yeah, that's just really my thoughts on all this. Nintendo will make games, and you all will either be happy or unhappy, depending on if you like the games. I'm gonna stop talking for a bit because I get tired of talking. Actually, you know what? I can do this on my computer. I think I can. I don't know if playing something on my computer will industry. I can do it from a different YouTube account. Wait, no. I don't know if being logged into multiple accounts would be a bad thing. But I've done this before with like just being on a different device and it wasn't an issue, so. What? Why am I not on Wi-Fi? What the hell? Sorry. Something just happened with my computer. That's weird. Why am I not on Wi-Fi? I don't want to be on the start here. I want to be on the 5G. It keeps kicking me off the Wi-Fi, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with my laptop. My other laptop. Yeah, I'm getting kicked off the Wi-Fi. And it's kind of pissing me off low-key. Because I shouldn't have that many devices. Yeah, I know there's no internet. That's the whole goddamn point. But the stream is still up, so I don't know. Fuck. Almost fell over there. I just wanted to play some music, gosh dang it. That's all. I don't know why this is happening again, dude. Fuck me. Okay, I'm just gonna go into the start here, connect, and then I'm gonna. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go into the fucking network here. Open browser and connect. There we go. Okay. Sign in. Please, for the love of God, let me sign in. Okay. What? What do you mean my password is incorrect? Hello? That makes no sense. I haven't changed my school password. What is going on? Fuck me, dude. I swear to God. I just wanted to listen to music. I need to get into this. Website. Oh, wait. Okay, now I'm in here. Okay, wait. It says I only have 4 devices active. Okay, why is my laptop not active? That's so weird. Okay, yeah, I only have 4 devices active. It says the Lenovo's online, the Switch 2 is online, the PS5 is online, my phone is online. Okay, so why is my laptop not? Check your device is on or restart it. Check you're connected to correct Wi-Fi SSID. Check you're connected using a correct Wi-Fi personal password. Make sure your account has not been suspended. Well, so it's not an issue with me having too many networks connected. Okay, what are the Samsung settings that's popping up here? Share network or QR code? No, I don't want to sync networks or Samsung Cloud. I don't want to be on Bluetooth. I don't know why it wants me to do that. I don't know why it's not letting me log back into my like normal internet. It's weird. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Oh, now it's working. Okay, that was really weird. I don't know why that wasn't working. Okay, now it says I'm just gonna refresh this page and see if it works. Come on. Fingers crossed here. Please work. Okay, yeah, now it says 5 out of 10. Now it's connected. Okay, I don't know why I was doing that shit. Okay, now I want to see if I can play YouTube on a different device and listen to music on a different device and see if it actually works. It wasn't working before. Okay. I'm just going to test if playing a video on another device ends the stream. I'm just pressing continue to see if, okay, it seems to be working. So I think it was just something weird with my device. Okay, now I just want to go to one of my playlists. I don't want chemical plant again. I want to shuffle it. There's a shuffle button on this thing. Sorry. Okay, there's the shuffle. I can't make it too loud because I do have roommates. Not a lot of Starbits in this level. Not even 20 yet. I'm gonna be at a net loss. I don't trust that. Don't run in circles now, Luigi. Come on. Get the coin. Thank you. Okay, at least we won't be at a net loss anymore. Net gain of 10 star bits. We're gonna have to spend 20 to move the comets. Sonic forces music to get me going. Ow. Actually, I lied. It's a net gain of 11 star bits. I might have to actually go farm star bits somewhere. It's gonna be so embarrassing if I have to do that. Oh my god. Oh my god, no! You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. I don't want to listen to fuck ass Final Fortress. Sure, Metallic Madness is fine. Okay. Metallic Madness past mix. Well, here, at least I'll get more star bits this way. Wow, so bad. The toad. Yeah, this is my Sonic Techno playlist. Yeah, there's still a few of the long purple comments left. There's the freeze flame and melting molten are 2 long ones. I don't remember what the rest of them are right now. I think Lost Colony is a cool song, but it's not very hype. I want to listen to something hype. Let me, okay, this is hype. Speaking of tornadoes, I had a tornado dream last night. Maybe that's why I like overslept all of my alarms and slept until 1 p.m. That's pretty embarrassing. But it's weird. I don't know why my alarms like didn't go off. I really hope they go off tomorrow because I have to go to class again tomorrow. I missed my 9 a.m. class completely. I would have missed my 12 p.m. class, but luckily that class was canceled anyway, so I didn't miss too much. But I really hope my alarms work. I mean, my birth control alarm worked, so I don't know if it was that it didn't work or is that I like had headphones on and couldn't hear it somehow. But like usually, even if I fall asleep with headphones, usually my alarms work, so I don't know why I couldn't hear. It's weird. My alarms usually still work when I fall asleep with headphones, so I really hope that it works this time. I wonder if I can set like an alarm on my laptop or something just so that like I have another device. So if my phone alarm doesn't work for some reason. Actually, I do have a backup phone. Maybe I should use that as well. I mean, that'd be a good idea. I forgot I have my backup phone here still because I didn't take it home with me. So I do have like my old phone. I should probably just use that as like a secondary thing just to make sure that I hear my phone alarms. Just for like tomorrow, just to make sure it's like working. I'm kind of worried after last time. I'm kind of worried. I mean, I think I was just like really fucking tired too. I'm still tired, right? I gotta finish this. I'm always tired, man. I didn't take a nap today. I was like, I already woke up so late. There was no reason to. But I have my 10 a.m. class, and I want to like actually be on time for it. Because we're doing some sort of in-class activity. I don't know what we're doing. So the syllabus just says like in-class activity. So okay, is that all of the coins? I think so. That jump was almost sketchy. I jumped into the tornado. I don't understand, man. I don't guess there's any coins around here. The digital circuit's good. Digital circuit, by the way, I said not digital circus. That would be funny though. Yeah, I'm slightly worried I'm gonna like actually just die from like tornado damage rather than falling at this point. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet because I need to get this coin and then I need to get these other coins. I'm just hoping there's like a yellow coin somewhere so I can like restore health. That would be helpful. I think there's probably like a thing over here. I don't want a ground pound. I want a backflip. There we go. Nope. I was just talking about like being able to backflip for 30 feet in the air. That would be pretty impressive if a person could do that. No yellow coins anywhere. That's concerning. I hope that's all the coins. I think so. No yellow coins anywhere. Oh no. This could be really bad. I just have to like not fall and not get sniped. That's fine. Just get me out of the danger zone, please. This could be a problem if I don't make it back in time. I need to get up there, dude. Okay. That was terrifying. Also, this is my favorite song to show the Jun Sonoe Can't Write for Synth crowd. Okay. That's like a net gain of like 40 bits. Just on the off chance that the other purple decides to spawn. Of course it doesn't. Why would it? I gotta move the fuck ass comment again. Can I get starvets in the observatory? No. Thought maybe I could for a second. I should probably just do freeze flame around and another slow one out of the way. Because the only one left in the bedroom should be freeze flame. We did deep dark already, okay, that's good. So that's like most of the slow ones are done then. What is engine room? Oh, engine room's probably toy time, right? Yeah, because we did go leaf and some slide. I think the only other slow one then is nothing on. This is fine too. Song wise. Alright, freeze flame time. Don't know what the starbit situation's gonna be here, but alright. Oh, I need to be getting all the starbits, yeah. I want that. There's more starbits over there. No, get out of the water. I want that coin. Hello? Did I get it? I must have, okay. I feel like I'm hallucinating. There's starbits here? No, they're all yellow coins. What's even the point of that? Yellow coins do nothing. I guess melting molten purples are probably not a bad starbit one. I'll try to go there next. Oh, no, those are all yellow coins. Never mind. They're not starbits over there. Oh no, oh no. Okay, it's fine. We're not dead. I don't know about Twinkle Park, man. I'm not exactly in a Twinkle Park mood. I'm not exactly in a Eggman Robot Zero either mood. Am I in a Rumble Rave mood? Not really. Am I in a Metal City mood? Not really. Sea Bottom Segway? No. Casino Arena? No. Hidden Base? Sure. Why not? SA2 music always goated. Are there starbits here? Yes, there are. Yeah, this is taking longer than I hoped it would, to be honest. I mean, those last 20 stars. But I think the rest of the stars should be decently short after this one and Melting Molten. Although, I guess this song is thematically very inappropriate because it's a desert area. This would have been a good song for, oh god, these coins, why not? This would have been a good song for, there coins down here? Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. I'll find out later. For when we were doing the Dusty Doom comic. That's slab based though. I really don't want to go to a way to farm star bits in annoyingly inconspicuous places. Missed one. This isn't gonna kill me, right? Is this gonna kill me? No. Okay. I got scared for a second. Are there any coins down here? I don't think so. But there might be some in this corner. Yeah, there is. There's only one. Alright. I don't actually. Well. Just up there, man. Okay. I don't actually need the ice water for this part. Nor my foot this point. Okay, I need to get this coin. Now I have to be really careful not to fall. Because... Oh hey, Starbits, yay, so excited. I don't remember if there are any coins in the snowman. I try to be really careful with my let's do Egg Fortress. Superstars. Please. There we go. Luigi physics are only slightly terrifying, yeah. Come on. I don't need that, but... Can I get up here for backup? Do I actually need to worry about these wall jumps? Okay, no, I didn't think so. Okay, I'm missing some coins. I don't know where. I think I should jump down still. I don't know where I'm missing coins right now, honestly. Oh, I see 3 up there. I don't know where that is. Hold on. I'll get that in a second. Let me change the song. Glitchnet, hey, that's like thematically appropriate. Looks like it might have been like over this way. Are they over here? Okay, there's 3 over there. I'm still missing 1. I don't have any idea where the last coin is. Huh. Weird. I've already been down here, I think, yeah. I really hope it's not in a really bad spot. Could it be like somewhere near the start? I'm going back here. I can't see. Yeah, at least this music is appropriate. Is it over by those crystals? I hate that I'm having to do this, man. This is so dumb. I don't think so. I got both of the ones that were in the corners, yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's not over here. I've already been, like, over... Maybe it's up top. I was gonna say I should charge my laptop, but it doesn't actually matter because I have I've already been like pretty extensively in this area, so I don't know. It doesn't matter because the lecture hall I have class in has a plug. Okay, I don't see anything over here. And I don't think it's on the summit. At least I hope it isn't. Is it down here? I thought I already went down here, right? Yeah, no, I've already been down here. Okay. Are we sure it's not just like up here? Because I swear to God. No, okay. I'm going over here. I can't see, dude. This is so dang. Okay, I swear I've like looked everywhere. Oh, it's over there. I see it. I see it. Is it up here? Yes. Okay, found it. I like to think I know what I'm doing nowadays. I guess a jungle music isn't very appropriate, but where did the star spawn? I didn't see it. Did it spawn back over by the start? I think so. Over here, right? I spawned over here, yeah. Okay. Okay, so it's not a terrible starbit nickname here. I'm gonna have to move the comment again though. Alright, come on. Let's go. Okay, bedroom is done. No, get off the launch star, dude. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the music soon anyway. I need to go back to... Stupid star bunnies in the snow, man, I swear to God. We have no comments active, is that correct? Yep, okay. Now... I turned the music off because we're going to Melting Molten, and that has really good music, so it's not necessary to have exterior music on while Melting Molten is happening. Snackadiddly-doo. Alright, where is the red star on the side? Because there is one. Yep, it's right here. That was fun. Well, now let's finish up the long purple comets. I think every other one should be pretty quick after this. I'm just getting real tired of having to move the thing, so hoping my starbit count will be nice to me. Alright. Yeah, Melting Mountain is by far my favorite music, my favorite level music in the game, so I want to get every starbit that I can here. Where's a good level to farm starbits? Because I might actually have to do that. Maybe Sling Pod Galaxy might be. But I don't know if you keep your starbits if you exit a level. So I'd have to actually beat Sling Pod Galaxy again. I don't want to do that, man. Because I'm losing starbits by having to move the comets. Was that another purple, or am I tripping that that was another purple? And I still didn't get it. Okay, well, I'm gonna come back for it. After I heal. There we go. Yeah, this is my favorite level music by far. There's some good level music in this game, but this is definitely my favorite. I was hoping that wouldn't hit me. Are there any yellow coins nearby? I don't know. Technically, kinda, maybe. I can kill this guy. I really gotta go somewhere and get starbits, I think. I can stop having to move the comets. Are there any coins put down here? No. Pretty sure down there is death. Sling Pod is the only place I can think of to farm starbits, but I don't know. I can't see, dude. Oh my god. But I want an easy level, you know. I wanted that coin. Yeah, this one isn't as unbearable as the others because the music is really good, and because it's just generally less obnoxious than some of the others, I think. Okay, so where are the rest of the coins? I need to get up here. This will hit me, there we go. I got the one down there. Okay, so it's over here. I mean, we go into the volcano, yeah. I don't think there's starbits in the volcano, though. It's just coins. Okay, so I know the last three are just down here. And then the star spawn's up top, so we want to go back this way. It's over here. Okay. Not a terrible star spawn. Most of those star spawns are very nice. And then there's Sea Slide. Alright, so I'm gonna go to, I think I'm gonna head to, I'm heading to, Swing Pod, I guess, yeah. I kind of don't, that's the only place I can think to farm Starbits quickly. But, like, I really don't want to, because Sling Pod sucks. And I think I'm gonna have to, like, complete the level, which I really don't want to do. It's definitely simpler when you get everything but the purple coins prior to post-game, but I just thought this would be fun. It is fun to break up the monotony a bit. Maybe next time I'll leave Bowser like as early as possible, and then I'll do, like, who knows how I'll do it. I don't know, but I need about 200, I think a little under 200 Starbits here. I'm sure there's somewhere else to farm them, but I can't think of anywhere that's, like, you know, easily accessible. Just, like, sure, Bouncing Down Cake Lane has, well, that wasn't how I wanted to farm 21 Starbits, but sure. Like, Bouncing Down Cake Lane has, like, a lot, but, like, I mean, I could replay that whole stage and that would give me enough. But, like, that is a long stage. I mean, this isn't my ideal form of farming. It's just dying over and over again, but I'm bad at this level, which is why I didn't want to play it. But, see, there's, like, that whole good crop of them over there. I think I'm playing bad because I'm impatient, which is not ideal. The impatience, I mean, oh my gosh, no, I mean, I'm farming Starbits. I'm not farming Starbits. It's just like, well, there's the first 100. I wasn't trying to die there. I'm just bad at Sling Pod level. Let me get to the... God damn it. Pull star. I was going to say let me get to the checkpoint, but... I forget where the checkpoint is. Is it after the pull star section? I think it is. Oh yeah, that's something else that Galaxy 2 does, which is nice, is visible checkpoints. There's more Starbits over there, but I can't really get them easily. Okay, I'm dead. That's great. I don't think I made it to the checkpoint. Oh my god. Okay, oh my. Okay. That was miserable. Okay. Well, I should have enough Starbits now. I just need to, like, complete the level, which... I just don't know if returning to the observatory will let me keep my Starbits. I'm imagining no. Which means I actually have to beat this level now, and I really don't want to do that. So, yeah, okay, now I have more than enough. What? How did that kill me? There are no Starbit requirements for Grand Finale. Oh yeah, we still have to do Grand Finale too. Like, this is gonna take a while. Well, it won't take that long. Once I can just knock out the rest of the purples, we'll be golden. I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Time, no fears, no lies, it's who we're born to be. Sorry. I had to. I didn't have a choice, I was possessed by Rumi. No, hit the... Fuck, shit. My back still needs a big crack, and it's not cracking, man. I need someone to just, like, break my back in half. I know that sounds morbid. I don't literally want my back broken in half, but, it does hurt a lot. It's so stiff. My back is so stiff. There we go. Okay, just don't choke. Okay. Well, that's done. Now I can go do Star Bunnies in the snow, and then I should be able to just chain the purple comets together. There's way more star bits than I need, but whatever. It's fine. Wait, what? Now they're spawning because I completed it. Whatever. I'm just gonna do Star Bunnies in the snow anyway because I need to do it. So, yeah. I need to do it anyway, so... Hopefully doing this star doesn't make them somehow despawn, but they shouldn't, because those are the only stars, only things accessible after this, so they'll have to spawn. Come on. Eat up, motherfucker. Yay! Cool. I'm gonna have to, like, charge my backup phone, because my backup phone is most likely very dead. But I'm gonna need that just to guarantee that I have extra alarm, that my alarm goes off. Okay, finally. And then I think it's like only like 4 or 5 comets left, and they're all relatively quick ones, so... And then we have to beat Bowser again, and then we can do the grand finale. Alright. The stars don't even matter why I'm even collecting stars at this point. It does not matter. It's fun, that's why. Yeah, speaking of weird filler planets. Again, one of my this is the Freeze Flame skybox. Great skybox, love it. Love this skybox very much. I just sworn one of the bunnies is over here, but... It's not all of them? There it is. Don't love this song, but... Is it this snowman, or is it the other one? Is that one? One has a shell. Is there anything in the chest? No. Oh, he is in the chest. Okay, then where's the other bunny? I know he's like in the snow somewhere. It's not here. Maybe it is over here. Where are you, last bunny? Is it here? There he is, yep, okay. Got him. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. I guess this level would be hard if you don't know where the bunnies are, but I know where the bunnies are because I've played this many, many times. I forgot he was in the chest, but my muscle memory remembered that he was in the chest. Alright, well, that's that. Now, hopefully we should have access to every other comet. So Fountain first, because it's technically closest. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess Fountain and Kitchen are equidistant at this point. Wait, it looks like only Fountain is a real one. Okay, whatever. Yeah, because at this point it just cycles through all of them, so... Yeah, there's only like 4 left, I think? 4 or 3. I think there's 4 left, because 2 in Fountain, 1 in Kitchen, 1 in Engine, I think. That's it. And they're all like relatively fast. Battle Rock is the slowest, so because it's an auto-scroller. Yeah, we're doing Space Jump, not Battle Rock, but that's okay. Battle Rock might be the last one we do then if it cycles through the domes as such. Alright. Here we go, Space Jump time. Also, I really like the this song too, so for all the like timed purples, they have this song playing, so I very much like to keep this song on. It's very nice. I like it. Really great song. That was almost like really bad. What? I could have sworn. Okay. What? I trying to long jump. understand this game's methodology. I think I do understand it. I think they bounce between the earlier rooms. Yeah. You know what, all this finagling with the comment schedule was worth it just to do Seaside purpose early. Imagine if I was this tired and had to do Seaside. See. I've made a grave error. Gotta be kidding me, man. I just want to go to bed. I would be fine if I just grabbed the goddamn coin, dude. I swear to God. I guess it's fitting that the last star of the Luigi playthrough was Luigi's purple coins. I know I mentioned this during the Mario playthrough, but this song is cool because it has multiple time signature changes. Starts off in 4/4. And it goes into 5/4, and then 3/4, and then back to 4/4. This is the 5/4 section right here. Maybe I should try to figure out, like, do a compilation of every time the, like, Galaxy leitmotif is used. So, like, dun, 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 because it's used in a lot of places. Because it's used in, like, the flying theme, as I mentioned. It's used in a lot of places. And then also, like, how many times the Dusty Garden leitmotif is used. Actually, I think it'd be cool to talk about Dusty Garden in multiple games, because Dusty Garden has been used in many different games, including, Mario Kart 8 and, like, a bunch of other games that have used that theme. Of course, Champions Road, Champions Road is a pretty obvious. I think the part in 5/4 is very cool. It's not common to hear odd time signatures in Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. Stop running in circles, Luigi! When I say odd time signatures, I mean stuff like 5 or 7 or 13 or, you know. Obviously 3 isn't really, I mean, it's technically an odd number, but it's not really. 3 is pretty common. Also, this song is in 12/8 time, which is cool. It's not super uncommon, but it's a cool time signature that I really like. It's actually very common in K-pop and pop in general. I'd say K-pop because I noticed it a lot in K-pop after Golden. Or, I mean, it was in K-pop before Golden, but I mean, I started noticing it after Golden. But yeah, it's more common than you would expect. In K-pop specifically. I don't know why. But, I don't know how that worked out in my favor, but I'm gonna accept it. And the Great Tower Showdown 1 from 3D World is also 12/8. There's a few other 12/8, like Thwomp Ruins, Mario Kart 8 is 12/8. Yeah, Thwomp Ruins, Mario Kart 8. I'm trying to think of like other 12/8 Mario stuff. And there's a few 6/8. 6/8's actually not as common as you'd expect it to be in Mario. 6/8's pretty common in like popular music. There's a lot of like 3/4s. Your waltz signatures. Well, I'm thinking of like a 6/8 I can think of right now is Piranha Plant Cove from Mario Kart. But yeah, in terms of like getting, and you got something like Paris Promenade, which is either like a 3/4 or 6/8, which makes sense because it's very Frenchy. I'm trying to think of like a but yeah, I was saying like some, you know, your 5s, your 7s, your wacky time signatures aren't that many in Mario. I'm saying the 5/4 section there. The only other instance of 5/4 I can think of in a Mario game is Wild Woods from Mario Kart 8. Now I'm sure there's like some in like the RPG games, but I'm not familiar enough with the Mario RPG games or their soundtracks to know. The only song I know from like the Mario RPG games is like Grand Finale or In the Final, whatever you want to call it. It's which is in 4/4. It's a damn good song though. I'm not gonna say it isn't. Well, to be fair, I know from some from like Mario RPG because there's one. I think there's one song in that game which is like in 13/8 or something. But I only know that because like I was watching a video about weird time signatures in video games and that came up. And then of course there's like the results screen, the Mario Kart 64 was all screen and eliminate. And then there's Forgotten Isle 2, which is 11/16. I think Forgotten Isle 1 is 9/8. It's very, very weird. And then at least I think it's 9/8. I've not seen it transcribed anywhere. But yeah, Forgotten Isle 2 is 11/8, and then yeah, I can't think of too many other weird. I mean, 6/4 is not a super common sig in the popular music. Usually, people opt for like 6/8 or 12/8. Like 12/8 is like fast 6/4, but 6/4 and 12/8 have like very different feels to them. And 6/4 has a different feel from 6/8. But I can think of a couple 6/4s. The castle theme, the 3D Land castle theme in 6/4, and the Fury Bowser boss fight, and then not the like Fury Bowser music, not the like not that, but like the actual like boss fight music is in 6/4. They're like dun 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 dun. That song is in 6/4. So yeah. So that's cool. That's one of the things that's in 6/4 time. Just a little interesting. Just a little interesting one that I do like a lot. I just think time signatures are cool. That's all. And leitmotifs are cool as well. I mean, this one is like Bowser's leitmotif in this game, I think. But of course, he has his own leitmotif in Mario 64, and then in mainly in 64, he has the like do 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 leitmotif, which is used in some other games as well. He's in various Mario Kart titles. It's also used in New Super Mario vs. Wii when you get the like match fail, and it goes dee 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 dee. There's a little Bowser motif. I like that one a lot. I also like the 3D World one, which is the like evil circus music. I like evil circus music because again, I've been watching Amazing Digital Circus and episode 8. I'm not gonna spoil it here, but episode 8 of Amazing Digital Circus was quite something. Big fan of that episode. That episode was like so intense. I don't know. I just think about like how I'd rank the episodes. I still like 3 a lot. Also, 6 was also very good, and 8 is up there as well. I was gonna say I feel like 1 is my least favorite. That's just because it's like the pilot. Like I'd probably rank 7. I didn't love episode 7. See, episode 7 had a lot of good stuff. But it was kind of weird. You like 5, 4. I like 5 and 4. I like 2. I like every episode of it. Of course, it's a great show. I love that show. It's so good. I don't watch many shows, but it's like the only show I watch. But I'm excited and scared for the finale, which sounds like it's going to be coming out in June. So And I want to do my Duolingo, but I don't know if that'll get me like copyright claim good on stream somehow. You know, what if I just grab my earbuds? Where are my earbuds, dude? Just do Duolingo during the credits. This is so stupid, but I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna do no speaking. I'm gonna do it without speaking. Okay, so you don't use articles when talking about food. That's interesting. I'm just packing my bag for tomorrow. I'm a busy student over here. I'll take my criminology textbook. Why not? I might need it. I'm gonna wear my curvy shirt tomorrow. I have to do laundry tomorrow. I was gonna do it tonight, but I didn't really like bother anybody because it was a little late when I realized I needed to do it. So I have enough clothes for tomorrow at least. I brought some pants from home, so I got my yellow pants. You want Satori Wada? Love you, Satori Wada. Okay, now.
Thank you for playing my game.
Thank you for playing my game. I don't know why that voice just like. And then these are all the people for the remake. that worked on the remake. Product testing, localization management. Side? I don't know what side means. Oh, maybe that's like the company. I don't think they redid any of the voices though. Just QA and all that. Special thanks to all those people. Well, thank you to all of those people. I think it's weird when like the company CEO becomes the executive producer, as if he has anything to do with the actual like game production. I haven't seen this cutscene in a while. I don't think. Wait, unless is this the regular cutscene? No, Is the one where the star really just had? Maybe this is the regular cutscene. I think there's another cutscene though. Yeah, no, this is the regular cutscene. I think for the 120 star, cutscene. Yeah, this is the regular post-credit scene. Wish I could skip it because I mean it's a nice cutscene, but I have places to be, man. Places to be, aka my bed. Yeah, this is the regular rescue cutscene, but of course we don't have Luigi waking up this time. So we just have the Luma. There we go, yep. Alright. I guess I'll do it as Mario first. Still from Princess Peach. Not that I need these. Is it over here where it opens? I think it's over here. Dude, I haven't done Grand Finale in so long. My gosh. Yeah, it's here, isn't it? Yeah, I literally haven't done this in years. I've done plenty of 120 Mario playthroughs, but I just don't generally do Luigi 120 playthroughs, so like, yeah. It's so nice. It's just you get to relive the opening of the game. Dude, the water texture looks incredible. You get to listen to like the Star Festival music. Look at those stars. What did he say? Good evening, Mario. Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you. And the bees are here. Have no fear. We've secured the area. I would hope so after last time. The Toad Brigade should be at the castle garden. Whoa, check out this view. Evening. It's a festival, so have fun. Just don't break anything. God, the fucking Guillermos are so annoying. I have the prettiest star bit right here. How is it your place to say you have the prettiest star bit? How do you know? Hey, good to see you. Toad Brigade is so brave. It's you. How have you been? This year's one amazing festival. The kids are having a blast. So are you having fun? Is that a coin? Yo, you can sit in the chair. The Toad Brigade is waiting inside. The Toad Brigade is so brave. I'm doing the best impression of the Toad Brigade captain. Not bad, eh? I heard the Toad Brigade is getting a commendation. I want to join the tow brigade. Remember, good clean fun is only good when it's clean. Oh my god. Make way! I think Pingaru is going to cry. Oh, so you still want to race, huh? I am not going to lose next time. Look, at Peach's castle is even more impressive than I imagined. Hey, it's me, yeah, me, Billboard. Your world is such a cool place, if only I weren't a sign. The tow brigade has made their triumphant return, why don't you go say hello? I better not catch you littering. Sparkle lumps, cool. The captain is right over there, go ahead and talk to him. Mr. Mario, you gotta hear this. We did such a good job, they promoted us to Royal Guards. With me as the Royal Guard commander, nobody will ever kidnap Princess Peach again, ever. Yeah, right. Koopa's Boo's giant overgrown moles, whatever, bring it on. You say that, but that's clearly not the case. Gosh, I'm a Royal Guard. I don't know if I should salute myself or not. This guy's still fucking asleep. Midnight snacks. Did they really just promote that guy to Royal Guard commander? But the leader is the least brave of them all. Oh my god. Something about the Wii era geometry feels so nostalgic. Star Festival Star Bunnies? Yes, I'm sensing a connection here. You know who the real heroes of the story are. Look at the shooting stars. Stars are falling everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. We're base again soon, right, Koyoi? Mario, very special letters arrived for you. I'll read it aloud, okay? Congratulations. We would like to send you a galaxy-sized thank you for saving all the power stars and playing to the very end. Until next time, the Super Mario Galaxy staff. I sent a picture to your system. I'll look out for it. Hey, we gotta do the Luigi. We gotta do it with Luigi now. I won't be talking to the NPCs again as Luigi. Suddenly, I just remembered the Nathaniel Bandy game scrapper ad. If you know, you know. Sometimes I get that in my head, and sometimes I get the when I hear Gusty Garden, I get the PPG Luigi song in my head from the Super Mario Galaxy Hacks video. There we go. And that is Super Mario and Super Luigi Galaxy, the complete experience. I just want to see. Oh, so you get like a sparkly icon on the file. I only played 2 hours and 55 minutes. That seems unlikely. Or is it just telling me how much I played today? I don't know. No, it's 255 overall. I'm not sure what that. Oh. Is that when I completed it? Oh, it's the time I completed. Okay, that makes sense. Very nice. Alright, let's just see, is this just like a music player? Yeah. Here we go. How do I scroll? There we go. Dude, I love the little animation, just Mario running. Yeah, you got all the music there. Nice. Alright. Let's see. 20 hours, okay, not bad. And then let's see. Well, let's see how many hours I have on 3D All Stars if it's on here. No, it's not on here. Alright, let's actually hold on, I wanna see. Hold on. My playtime, my longest playtime, there we go. That doesn't actually tell me how long the playtime is, but we can see. Okay, 3D All Stars isn't as much playtime as it. I'm surprised I have more playtime on the NES app than on 3D All Stars because I know I've played Galaxy several times in 3D All Stars. But I do have more playtime on 3D All Stars than standalone Galaxy, but I also did play like Sunshine and stuff for the marathon, so yeah. I've still played Galaxy several times. This has been my primary way of playing Galaxy since you know, it came out. I got World on here. Alright. Very cool. Okay. And then it's in my system album, right? So here we go. There we go. The green Luma. The green Luma is blended into the background. Oh, you can upload it to a smart device. There we go. I'll have to download the Nintendo Switch app if I don't have that downloaded, but... Oh wait, the Luigi picture's different. Okay, so the Mario one is Mario and Peach, the Luigi one's Luigi, Rosalina, and a bunch of toads. Dude, the Luigi, he looks so happy to be with Rosalina. He got the babe, man. I don't think I realized the Luigi pic was different. That's really cute. I know there was like a thing on the like Wii message board on the original game. I love the whole Toad Brigade's there. Dude, I love that. That's adorable. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh, just random Mario Kart World screenshots. Okay, this is just Odyssey stuff. These are random hint art. Oh, I got some full Breath of the Wild screenshots in here. Oh, look at that. Look at these Odyssey outfits. These are hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I recorded this because he was on low health. Is this a trick jump or something, or is this just... What is this? I don't know why I have this recording. Okay, Super Metroid, 100%. In the kimono of all things. Wise quick man on top of me. I wrote hello. These screenshots are funny. Oh my gosh. Mario on the throne. That's quite the screenshot. Is that all of them? And see this. Yeah, these are the ones with the funny outfit. Oh, so this was like the 999 moons. I did do that. Oh, he's just standing there like, oh man. It's funny. Oh yeah, I think I got like out of bounds by accident in like Breath of the Wild. That was like out of bounds pick. Being very sneaky. What am I wearing? Dude, what is that outfit? Oh, I don't think I meant to pull a bomb there. I don't know what I'm doing in this clip. I'm just here, man. Let's see what else do we have. I like that. I like that pick. That's a good pick. Oh, that's an even better pick. Okay. Top of New York City Hall. What is this? If you see this, take a pic and tag Lingy YT. I wonder if that person. Oh, yep, we got the Putin pick. Rico Harbor. These are just some of these are probably accidental screenshots, like the home menu one. Okay. Why did I record this? Again, I have no idea why some of these are here. I mean, accidental screenshots one thing, and accidental video recording is something else. Wasn't even a good bonus game. Yeah, hint art picks. Okay, what is this? Why is this a pick? Why? Okay, yeah, this is like the fully decked out Odyssey. When you get all the souvenirs, it becomes a hoarder hell. More hint art. Yeah, these are just random screenshots. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm sure I had a lot more at one point, and I probably deleted them. Because the Switch one is like no storage, so that's probably why. All right, anyways, that's going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the Super Mario Galaxy experience. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a couple like shorter things, and then I'm going to hop into Galaxy 2. So, yeah. All right, good night, everyone.